Yeah, thank you. This is me, Charles Orok. I would like to speak about the politics in Uganda. Uganda, as you know, we got independence in 1962, in October 1962, from the British. During the 1 year, things went well, and then Kabaka Mutesa became the ceremonial president in 1963. And then we had the referendum for the lost counties in 1964. This is where our problem started. Because the King of Buganda and his team, his members of cabinet and the rest, they wanted the lost counties so much, they started fighting the UPC. What I've discovered is that during the referendum, there were 4 counties. 2 counties voted to remain part of Buganda. That is Singo and Buwekula. While 2 voted to go back to Bunyoro. Unfortunately, Buganda chose to fight the UPC government without following the law. But Bunyoro, whose land was taken by force during the time of the British conquest, did not kick dust when 2 of their counties, former counties, voted to remain part of Buganda. As if that was not enough, Kabaka Mutesa started using Ibingira to fight Obote so that they remove Obote from the leadership of the UPC and the presidency. They shamelessly brought an accusation against Amin at first, then later on it went to Obote, and I think also Felix Onama, about the gold, the Congo gold, that these leaders stole gold from Congo, which is now Democratic Republic of Congo. All this failed until some ministers went and sat in the parliament to now plan how to remove Obote. They were arrested. And the accusation against Obote continued because Kabaka Mutesa was determined to make sure that he kicked Obote out and then forcefully maybe cancel the referendum results and let that the lost country, 2 lost counties be part of Uganda. I don't know. But all this could have been done through the court or through the law. But Buganda chose to fight the UPC. Until in 1965, yes, May, Buganda Kingdom Lukiko asked Uganda government to remove its government from the soil of Buganda. I wish Obote had done that. That is where I saw that Obote made a mistake. I wish he should have done that. I'm sure that would have ended the Museveni's ambition to be president. Even Idi Amin would not have come to power. Because if Buganda leaders from Buganda failed to use the law against Obote, it means they knew they were not right, they were wrong, but they were trying to do that because of the presence of the capital city in the region. So if Obote had they removed the government of Uganda from Kampala, put it in another town in Uganda, and cancelled the agreement that Kampala is the capital city of Uganda, yes, Uganda as a country would suffer, but it would not be for long. We would come out of it and become even stronger. that would have now exposed the Kingdom of Buganda to the citizen, the ordinary Baganda, whose only interest is to have a good government so that they do their business, they send their children to school, they have good hospitals where they get treatment for themselves and their children and their grandchildren. You see, they just want better life. And that better life, it is only the government that can provide it. But the Kingdom of Buganda was every time fighting the government based on the fact that Obote was not a Muganda. He did not come from Buganda. He came from the north. They fought. Maybe we can get a fail later on. Maybe he was put on jail, I don't know. And then an assassination attempt on Obote's life was hatched in 1968. Obote escaped that. Again, in 1969, the same assassination attempt was tried on Obote when he was coming out from Lugogo. That one, Obote ended up in the hospital, in Mulago Hospital. A nurse tried to kill him. She was caught and prevented from doing that. All these were because Buganda Kingdom was creating an environment of hate towards the UPC government, the UPC leader, and the people who come from the north. Just that. We ended up with Amin in 1971. But before that, a high-ranking military officer from northern Uganda, from Gulu, Anacholi, Brigadier Perino Okoya, was assassinated in Koro, in Gulu city, now, together with his wife. Just imagine that also the king of Buganda colluding with the commander-in-chief of with the CDF of the Ugandan army, Brigadier Polot, to try to do uncoordinated movement of soldiers. This was all Buganda was doing was because of the capital city residing in Buganda. Otherwise, why is it that Bunyoro was quiet, did not complain about the two countries that voted to be part of Buganda? Why was Bunyoro quiet? So Buganda, because the capital city was in their region, they started causing chaos in the country against the government that comes in Kampala until Obote was overthrown. Amin came. When Amin turned to be wild again, Amin was fought and removed in 1979 by the Tanzanian forces and Ugandan exile. It was also because of Dr. Obote. Those of Songere started lying that he won in Uganda. He won. Museveni picked that, went to the bush, fought for 5 years. Buganda supported him. The present Kabaka of Buganda came to Luero to drum up support for Museveni just because they wanted to get rid of the people of northern Uganda from power. Obote was removed. Titu Kele said, no, we are tired of death, seeing the blood of our children in the bushes for fighting a useless war. Let's stop, let's sign an agreement, and you come out. Museveni have signed an agreement, and within no time, he just dumped that agreement and pushed his way to the government because he knew Baganda were supporting him. He took over government, which until today is in power. So, what I'm saying here is, our problem have not been Dr. Obote, not even Amin, not even Museveni. Our problem has been Buganda, because we have all been reminded every time that the Buganda agenda, Buganda agenda, Buganda agenda. So if Ugandans want peace, we need a new capital city. And that capital city should be in Bale. That way we would see if our problem was the leaders. And also, we at least it will give Buganda to see really what their kingdom is. Maybe they are the one who will turn against their kingdom after seeing that the businesses they used to have, all the contracts and all what governments come with is now not in their place. It is in another region. Then that would either make Ugandans be united by realizing that it was not the presidents who were bad, or we sit down and decide on something else, what to do.